Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about checkmarks vulnerability topic because most of the times when we see our project scan report and when we try to apply the solution, then what happens means we applied the solution but it's not a work because I am also facing the same issue. I'm just applying the solution but uh, that issue is not resolved and check mark still showing the same vulnerability again and again. Means see, vulnerability means check marks scan their report on daily basis, so we need to wait for next day. When suppose you just added one fix today, then we need to wait for tomorrow's report, right? So in the same way I just apply my solution but it's still showing the same vulnerability again and again. So, in this video, we will discuss how we can fix this and what we need to do. Okay. So, for example, first we will discuss like this is a one kind of test API. Okay, and here basically why vulnerability showing high cases because sometime what happen, suppose this is our API, this is our test API. Okay, and here suppose I'm just creating a rough, means I'm not solving that. Okay, for just explanation purpose I'm just writing this. um, so for example this is our test API, right? And inside the test API, suppose this is our request, get user request. So sometime what happen, um, the check marks highlight over here. So this is a cause for this vulnerability. So based on that, we not identify what we need to do. Okay, so means check marks not showing exactly what you means what uh, you need to apply the solution. So based on that, based on our R&D, it's showing like sometime what happened in our API, we just directly bind this request and to pass our command or just query parameter. Okay, if you are using CQRS pattern, then either you are passing on command or query. So what happen means if you passing this request directly to this command pattern or command or query, then check marks just uh, raise this cause as a high vulnerability. So check mark just display the high vulnerability. Okay, so how we can resolve this? So for example this is your request. So before passing your request to the command, first it should be sanitized. Means you cannot directly pass this request to this command. Before passing, just break this taint flow. Means in short, you cannot directly pass this to command. So here you can just validate your request like this. And here the main topic in this video is like a sanitizer helper. Okay, so sanitizer helper means uh, when we apply this, because see this is here, this is country is a our string parameter. So when we apply this sanitizer on only string data type, for example here I'm just creating one helper that sanitize this, and here country is a string parameter. For that reason we just apply this sanitizer on string. So don't put this sanitizer on this apart from string data type. Means suppose you have a int long, so not need to apply this on integer or long or some other data type. This sanitizer is need to apply only on string types of data. Okay, if your um, variable is a string type, then you can just apply this sanitizer. Okay, so what we need to do inside this? So see, this is a I created one helper like sanitize helper, and here we just use one sanitizer, HtmlSanitizer library, how you can resolve this. So just put this over here, HtmlSanitizer. See, we need to use HtmlSanitizer to clean HTML from construct or cross-site scripting types of vulnerability. Suppose if you are facing, then you can just install this. Okay, this is a latest version 9.1. You can simply install this like this. Okay, it's installed because most of the times we just facing this cross-site scripting, in short XSS types of high vulnerability. And means if you apply any solution, then it's still showing and it's causing some issues. Okay, now we just apply this. Let's see. Okay, so once you apply this, install this library, then HtmlSanitizer, this error will resolve. Okay, and inside this you need to just apply some allow tag. Basically, what is this error? This is a specifically HTML um, cross-site scripting error. Mostly it happens in front-end library, but sometime what happen, Checkmarx is not recognized this is a front-end or a back-end application. So it's display this error commonly for all repo. So how you can resolve this? Just apply this sanitizer helper in your project and just install this HtmlSanitizer. Now we need to add this like using GANSS. This library you need to add, this reference you need to add. Once you install this HtmlSanitizer, you need to add this reference, then error will resolve. So in this helper, we just simply sanitize all allowed tags, attributes. We just clear all those. Okay, and basically we just call this method from our controller. See, sanitize, and inside the sanitize, we just call this sanitize using sanitizer object for this, and whatever string parameter we just trim and we just remove everything, some bad characters. And here create sanitizer, we just clear all those tags. So this is a simple thing we need to apply when you are facing such a types of XSS cross-site vulnerability. You just apply this. Make sure you just apply only for string, because vulnerability only occurs for a string data, not need to apply other integer type of data. Okay, or long, whatever, only apply on string. Okay, but now the problem what I am facing, this is a standard solution. This is a .NET library like HtmlSanitizer. But one more thing, like don't create your new helper, like your own helper, because checkmarks not recognize this. HtmlSanitizer is a authorized one, and uh, it will resolve most of the issues. Mostly what happens, this HtmlSanitizer is also not recognized by the checkmarks. So even you are applying this HtmlSanitizer solution, still checkmarks display this high vulnerability. So uh, you need to just coordinate with your security team. Okay, what mm, they are expecting, what um, uh, sanitizer uh, they are recognized. You need to just send email communication or just oral communication, whatever you want or whatever you prefer, you can just do that. But sending an email is a better approach. Just put everything what you install and what you are applying, because I am facing this issue, and most of the times HTML sanitizer is also not work. In some repo it's work, but in some repo it's not work. So you just check with Checkmarx team what library they recognize, because this HTML sanitizer is recognized from their side. Then it whatever solution you applied that works. Okay. So this is a very helpful guys, means if you are working on vulnerability part, and rest part you can just sanitize this request, then pass validate request as a, and in response also don't pass the response directly to return. Okay, just create a one response parameter, and then sanitize your string. If your response having some contents for string, then you sanitize, and then you can just return okay as a response. So, in short, uh, we need to break the taint flow from the checkmarks. With checkmarks, why it recognize? If you direct flow, it's break, it's causing as a high limit. You can just break the flow and just create a. For example, you need to respond, create a response. Then someone just implemented like just return this command over there. So this is wrong. It's just causing the high vulnerability. So better way, you can just create one variable, sanitize this for string parameters, and then return the response. Similar way, passing request to your command, just sanitize the string and then pass it to the command or query. So in this way you can just resolve this. You just create this helper as well. Okay, you just install this library HtmlSanitizer, then create a one helper, and then you can just use like this. Okay, I hope in this way you can just resolve the HTML XSS cross-site scripting vulnerability in this way. But make sure, if this solution is not work, then you need to coordinate with your checkmarks team or security team, and then double check like this HTML sanitizer is recognized from checkmarks or not. If not, then whatever their approach or recognized approach or standard approach what they are suggesting, then you need to apply this. So I'm not sure um this one is work or not, but if it's recognized from your checkmarks team, then definitely it's work. Okay, I hope you understand how we can resolve the uh, cross-site scripting checkmarks issue in our repo. Okay, guys, thank you.